A Soldier's Diary, 1893 to 1918. Joining the Army. I often thought about going into the Army. So one day I made up my mind to go. I went down to the recruiting station on Fairmount Avenue in Philadelphia. They turned me down on account of my feet. One of the sergeants in the office told me to go over to Camden, New Jersey and try to join up there. Well, that is what I did and made good. I joined the Army on January 26th, 1893. There was me and 6 others sworn in the same day. We were all given our uniforms. They took me and fitted me with a uniform of blue with a nice warm overcoat. A cape of blue with a yellow cape on the inside that you throw back over your shoulders. Boys were proud to wear these uniforms. The 6 of us were all swearing in together and sent off to Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, Missouri. We got on a train in Philadelphia, and off we went on a 1,300-mile trip to St. Louis, Missouri. On the way out, we all agreed that the first thing we wanted to see was the outlaw Jesse James hideout cave, where he hid out for some time with his gang. We drove into St. Louis in the morning and was placed in a big room to sleep for the night. It was morning time, so they let us have the rest of the day to ourselves, for they knew we would have plenty to do when we start in. Well, we turned in that night, and I thought it was fine. Well, about 6 the next morning, a horn blowed out to us, and a sergeant came in and shouted, "Fall out and police up the area!" We said, "What the hell does fall out and police up the area mean?" The sergeant shouted, "You will damn soon find out!" Sure enough, we did. We had to go outside and pick up all the little pieces of paper, sticks, cigars, cigarette butts, and just about everything else that did not move. Well, after we policed up the area, we went to breakfast. After breakfast, we were told to go back out to the big room, barracks, and fall in. Fall in means everybody get together in a line real quick. Soon, another sergeant marched us to another building, where we were given our stable uniform of white overalls, a carbine rifle, a pistol, and a saber. Then we were told to fall in after taking it all back to the barracks. We soon knew what they was all for. The sergeant walked up to us and said, "When you hear the bugler's call blown, you must all come out and fall in line with your stable clothes on." Now fall out means this. If you were in a building and told to fall out, you are really falling in outside. If you're outside and told to fall out, it means you are dismissed. If you are outside, you can only fall out. But if you are inside, you fall out to fall in. No wonder the damn government is so messed up. They can't even tell a man where to stand without making it complicated. The sergeant then said, "When you fall out, be wearing your white stable clothes." Well, then the bugler made some kind of noise, and we fell out to fall in. We all had our white overalls on. Then we was marched to the stables. Another sergeant walked over to us and shouted, "Fall out and stand to heel." Now in this case, fall out meant we were supposed to go somewhere to fall in. But we did not know what stand to heel meant. We were all standing around looking at one another when the sergeant yelled, "Stand behind a horse and face this way." Sergeant said, "Commence grooming," and showed us new men how to clean a horse. I groomed that horse for 1 hour and a half. Damned horse was a lot cleaner than I was. Then the sergeant yelled out, "Fall out, stand to heel facing your horse." Well, this time we felt a bit better and were a little quicker and had some idea what the sergeant meant. He looked the horses all over to make sure they was all clean. This is all we did the rest of the day. Fall in, fall out. Fall in, fall out. Well, that day wasn't so bad. The next day, bright and early, we again picked up all the little things off the ground.